Okay, we're back here. We're in Davinci Resolve 15. Let me change the workspace to full screen. Now, this is where we ended up. All right, we've got just 4 clips. That's as far as we got last time. We need to keep going. Now, I've got one more set of clouds here. Let's double click that. And we're going to right click. And so what we're going to do is change the speed of the clip. We're going to go twice as fast. We're going to use the T, and I'm going to move this over here. Probably right about there. We'll play this back now and see if that's long enough. We're going to go from there, clouds there. Okay, that's probably good right there. Let's trim this right to there, because we got one more transition. Now this one we'll double click. Now you don't have to go from here to there and then the timeline. You can simply drag this. In fact, I'm going to do that. A key, because I want to backspace to delete that audio, which is no audio. Now we want to speed this up. Let's see how long this plays. How quickly do we fly over the snow? That's too slow for what I want to do. Now let's go in here and change the speed again. Let's go 300%. That's going to definitely shorten this up. That's good enough. So now that's a good endpoint. Let's trim it to there. Bingo. That part's done. Boy, this is really hard. Let's double click this over here, because I want to start with this. Okay, we don't need the sound in the background, so what I'm going to do, all I want is drag this whole thing down here. I'm going to click on this, and I'm going to hit this M. I'm going to mute the audio. I don't want the audio right now. I just want to see this. All right, so we're going to use just a part of this. We've got a little show there. That's enough of that. So what I'm going to do, instead of trimming it using the trim tool, I'm actually going to cut it. So let's use the blade tool, B for blade. We're going to cut it there, and then we're going to play. We're going to use the A tool, hit the backspace key. It leaves a gap. That's okay. We have an option. The quickest thing to do is click on it and then ripple delete that. And only that moved, which is what I wanted. And we're going to click on here. He puts his glasses on. It moves over. All right, we're going to stop it right there. Hit B for blade. We're going to cut this again. And this is a hard cut. Of course, I can always go back and redo this. I'm not damaging the source feed at all. All I want to see now is the gondola going up the mountain. You can see that one coming right at us. We'll stop it right there. Well, we can't see the rest of it. Where is it? So we can take this and move this forward. There's our playhead right there. Left click and then right click to delete that. It slides everything over. We'll put the playhead there, the marker there, and sure enough, there it is, first gondola. It moved forward. We'll stop it there. Let's hit B for blade. I'm going to scrub through this real fast. Hit B for blade. A, click, backspace. Left click and then right click to slide that forward. Put the playhead here. We're just about ready to get off the gondola. We're at the top of Keystone Resort, and now this time we're going to hit A. We're going to click on the end, because this is where we're going to end this for this demonstration. Backspace, we're gone. Where do we get transitions? Well, that's called effects, and it's a video transition, and we have a cross dissolve. It's starred because that's my favorite one. The first transition we need to make is at the beginning. Well, Davinci Resolve makes this really simple. You see those little 2 dots at the top corner of that clip? Let's click on the clip, move over here and slide it, and you can see that that's 1. When it goes to 1, that's 1 second. Now let's go all the way to the end. How do we do that? Let's see, function end gets us to the end. select the clip, slide this over, Control, click, lets you select multiple locations. Now we're going to right-click on cross dissolve, add that. We'll tell it to trim it automatically, and that's what it did. So now what happens is we go to play this. You're going to see that there's a transition, a dissolve from this clip to the next one. It's very quick, but it's very simple and it works fine. See, that wasn't hard at all. Let's pause that. Now I'd like to take all of this and take the whole timeline and move it so it fills in the full timeline of my screen. So I'm going to hit Shift Z, and that's what it did. So if I hit home, it goes there. If I get end, it goes there. So you can see that now I have the entire movie, if you will, at that location. All right, we're ready to run to this now. How do we do that? Well, it's over here called Deliver. So we'll click on that. And we've got some decisions to make. Now over here, we could click on YouTube because that's maybe what we're going to be doing. By default, it makes a quick time, and that's certainly an okay way to do it. It's going to be an MOV file. I want the MP4 format. That's the codec. The frame rate is going to be 24 because that's what we set our project to be. Now some people would say, well, just do it automatic best. I like to restrict it to 10,000 kbytes per second. For a 1080, it seems to work best for me. Now we better tell this where to go. Better tell this to go to the desktop because I'm using Windows. We better give it a name, and subtract isn't it. We want to make it out town. We can do it that way. We'll just put the number 1 in there. And now we're going to add to render queue. I don't need to highlight it. All I got to do is hit start, and away it goes. Okay, for the sake of brevity, I went ahead and stopped that. It got about 78%, and of course, it did produce an output until I ended it. So it does produce a movie. Please stay tuned. Please subscribe and like if you will. It'll help me out a great deal. Once again, thank you for watching.